So, hello! I want to introduce you to our next concert, which will be in November. And we start with one of my favorite composers, Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach, who was one of the many sons of Bach, but he was the rebellious one. He was the one who took a different path. Like most children to their parents, they want to do something different. So Carl Philipp was a humanist. He was part of the Enlightenment period, and he was all about emotion in music. One of the greatest cello concertos ever written by one of my favorite composers, Elgar. Elgar composed this piece just after the end of the First World War. And it's a very emotional piece, very mournful, soulful, full of anguish, full of all of the loss of life and the loss of the way of life after the war. And it's a struggle between how do we go on, and yet it has this incredible beauty about it, but it always has a struggle. It's in 4 movements, unusually, and it's a very substantial piece of music and very emotional. Then on the second half, we have a piece by Ethel Smyth, a British composer and a formidable woman. She was a part of the suffragette movement. She fought for the political rights to vote for women, and she even joined a rebellion. She joined Emmeline Pankhurst, who called on the suffragettes everywhere to rebel and to throw stones at the windows of the politicians who opposed women's votes. I'm very keen to promote the music of women composers, and I'm also keen that it's not just the overture, that there are substantial pieces of female composers. And so this Serenade takes the second half, takes the spot of the big symphony that is usually taken up by a man. And this piece is based on Brahms's Serenades. It's in 4 movements, much like the 2 serenades that Brahms wrote for orchestra. And it's a wonderful, it's very Brahmsy and it's romantic, but yet it really has her own voice as well. And it's serious at times, and it's light-hearted enough to be still. It's still a serenade. It's not quite serious symphony, but it's a serenade. So I hope you will enjoy, and I hope you will join me at the concert.